Michelle Reyes was flying over New York City with her daughter, but what Michelle did not expect to see was a cylinder-shaped object zipping across her line of sight near LaGuardia Airport.
There is some of the most compelling evidence for extraterrestrial life has been captured on ordinary cameras by everyday people. From military jets chasing mysterious spheres to entire fleets of spacecraft appearing over major cities, these 20 cases represent the most credible UFO footage ever recorded. Let's dive into. In Vinton County, Ohio, a biker named Rafael Torres witnessed one of the most thrilling and baffling sights of his life. That day, he suddenly noticed a strange black object flying through the air, a perfect sphere moving smoothly as it passed right over him and continued ahead. But something even more shocking followed moments later. 2 military jets were chasing it. In that instant, Rafael became convinced the sphere was something mysterious and possibly dangerous, something the military itself wanted to catch. The fact that 2 fighter jets were in active pursuit suggests this object was either a serious security threat or something completely unknown to the military. The sphere's flawless geometric shape and steady movement ruled out conventional explanations such as debris or natural phenomena. A mysterious object spotted in the skies over New York City has been classified as another unidentified flying object. Michelle Reyes, a passenger aboard a commercial flight, reported seeing a strange object from her window near New York's LaGuardia Airport. She claimed to have witnessed a flying cylinder and posted a video of it online. Reyes said she contacted the Federal Aviation Administration to determine whether it posed a safety threat, but she has yet to receive a response. Thomas Wertman, the Mutual UFO Network state director in Ohio, reviewed the video and offered his insights. He observed that the dark object appeared to be traveling at an altitude of roughly 2,500 feet and was close to the plane as it approached the airport for landing. Drones are not legally permitted to fly at that altitude. Was it a bird or a UFO? Mr. Wertman, who has spent years investigating reports of unidentified aerial phenomena, suggested the object could pose a potential hazard. He noted that the object did not resemble a conventional aircraft because it lacked wings and a tail. According to him, the plane Reyes was aboard was about 15 minutes from LaGuardia Airport and likely flying at approximately 230 miles per hour when the video was recorded. Last year, a farmer named Jorge Mendoza was inspecting his crops in a field near Yumbo, Colombia, when he saw something shocking, a metallic sphere hovering silently in the sky. The object moved deliberately, almost as if it were surveying the land below. Mendoza wasn't sure what he was looking at. For a moment, he thought it might be some kind of experimental device. After all, Yumbo, known as an industrial hub, was only a few miles away. But no company would ever allow a secret prototype to roam freely like that. What makes this sighting particularly unusual is the object's deliberate movement pattern, which sets it apart from typical misidentifications. Weather balloons drift with air currents, while aircraft follow predictable flight paths. This object appeared to demonstrate controlled, purposeful movement, suggesting some form of intelligence behind its operation. Do you believe the metallic sphere Jorge Mendoza saw was being controlled by some form of intelligence? Let me know if you think yes, like me. On December 17, 2022, a property surveyor was flying his drone over an abandoned area in Porterville, California, to examine the site for reconstruction. That's when he recorded more than he expected. A mysterious black sphere appeared in the sky, hovering with remarkable precision as it moved slowly above the area. After some time, it descended and seemed to glide along the streets below. The man kept his drone focused on the strange object, but eventually lost sight of it. He was convinced that whatever he had captured was not of this world. The precision of the sphere's movements, captured from multiple angles by the drone, provided some of the clearest footage of unexplained aerial phenomena. Its ability to hover motionlessly before executing controlled movements at low altitude challenges conventional explanations. On November 1, 2013, residents of Houston, Texas reportedly woke around 1 a.m. after seeing sudden flashes of light outside their windows. Expecting thunder, they were instead met with the sight of a strange aerial object. The craft displayed bright, flashing lights and appeared to spin while hovering in place. Witnesses claimed that police gathered below, treating the incident as a possible emergency, though they were unable to intervene. Moments later, the object allegedly emitted a strong beam of light downward, as if targeting the ground. The supposed involvement of law enforcement adds perceived credibility to the report. Police officers are trained observers, and their presence suggests this was not easily dismissed as a simple misidentification. The downward directed beam of light is also a recurring feature in UFO reports worldwide, suggesting either a shared visual phenomenon or a consistent pattern in witness descriptions. And before we continue unfolding this fascinating discovery, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any future episodes. Don't forget to share it with your friends too. It helps the channel out, and I'm excited to continue bringing you more awesome content. No one knows where this mysterious craft came from. The incident reportedly occurred on June 25, 2017, in Ixtapaluca, Mexico. A video from that evening shows a large, dark metallic disc with a ring around it, spinning in place high above the city. Witnesses said it emerged from the clouds around 6 p.m., then descended to hover over the area. After remaining there for nearly 30 minutes, the object rose back into the sky and disappeared. What makes this reported sighting particularly intriguing is its extended duration. 30 minutes is an unusually long time for any known aircraft to hover motionless over a populated area. The metallic disc's ringed structure also aligns with classic UFO descriptions dating back decades, suggesting either a recurring technological design or a consistent pattern in human perception of unexplained aerial phenomena. Reports from multiple witnesses observing the same object from different vantage points further add to the account's perceived credibility. On February 22, 2022, residents of Guatemala reported hearing a strange thundering sound from the sky. Moments later, 3 bright lights appeared seemingly out of nowhere. At first, observers assumed they were stars, but soon realized the lights were part of a single triangular craft. It wasn't moving through the air, it was hovering silently above the city. Many witnesses described an uncanny feeling that the mysterious craft was observing everything below, as if a higher intelligence were watching them. The object reportedly remained visible for much of the night before disappearing by morning. Although it did not reappear the next day, locals could not shake the sensation of being watched. The triangular formation of lights has become one of the most commonly reported UFO shapes in recent decades. What makes the Guatemala incident notable, however, is the psychological impact on witnesses. The shared sense of being observed is a recurring theme in UFO encounters, suggesting either a genuine interaction with non-human intelligence or a deep psychological response to witnessing something beyond current human understanding. A traveler on a flight to Greece recorded a video of a UFO flying near the airplane, creating one of the most discussed aviation sightings in recent years. Reyes, who filmed through his window, shared the footage online, where it went viral and drew millions of views and debate worldwide. Skeptics suggested the object might be a smoke trail from another aircraft, but aviation experts note that commercial planes follow strict altitude and separation rules, making such proximity unlikely. The object in the video maintained a consistent shape and steady position relative to Reyes' plane, unlike dissipating exhaust trails. The encounter, reportedly around 30,000 feet, highlights how unexplained aerial phenomena can unsettle passengers and crew. The sighting has fueled broader discussions about unidentified objects in controlled airspace, moving the conversation from niche communities into mainstream media and scientific inquiry. This may be one of the most astonishing UFO sightings ever reported. In 2009, a group of tourists visiting the Southern California desert claimed to witness not just one but an entire fleet of unidentified craft. At the center was a massive mothership, accompanied by 2 smaller objects that moved in perfect synchronization beside it. After a short time, the smaller craft appeared to dock with the larger one. As the witnesses watched in disbelief, the mothership reportedly emitted a brilliant light and vanished in an instant. The tourists captured the event on video, which they described as the most extraordinary thing they had ever seen. The coordinated movement of multiple objects suggests a level of organization and intelligence that surpasses any known natural or conventional explanation. The docking maneuver observed implies advanced control and possibly technology capable of mid-flight connection. This case stems from April 11, 2019, when passenger Lucas Kim was aboard a Jeju Air flight from Seoul, South Korea to Thailand. During the flight, he observed what first looked like another plane beside his aircraft. As he filmed, the object resolved into 6 separate glowing entities moving in formation, emitting a pulsating greenish-yellowish light. They maneuvered in a coordinated way, then split into pairs and vanished suddenly, a behavior not typical of any known aircraft or atmospheric phenomenon. Kim, a frequent flyer familiar with aircraft and weather patterns, insisted it wasn't a reflection, a bird, a drone, or a cloud. Skeptics have proposed reflection from the wing or optical illusion, but the synchronized movements and separation defy routine explanations. Classified as a UFO, meaning an unidentified flying object, The phenomenon raises questions about potentially experimental or unknown aerial technology beyond conventional aviation capabilities. Do you think the glowing objects seen by Lucas Kim were part of an advanced or unknown aerial technology? Let us know in the comments below. Footage from a Boeing 737 shows a small black object flying inches past a plane's wing at extreme speed, leaving a dark smoke trail. The incident is considered one of the most dangerous UFO encounters recorded, as the object came within striking distance of the aircraft. A Dutch passenger on a Ryanair flight from the Netherlands to Spain filmed the event unintentionally while recording the scenery. After about 4 minutes of routine footage, the object appeared, and the pilot abruptly banked the plane, causing loud engine noise and sudden movement. Passengers reported the aircraft shaking and performing sharp maneuvers typical of emergencies. The object's speed and trajectory were described as hostile, prompting immediate evasive action. Witnesses rejected the idea that it was a bird, citing flight characteristics beyond known wildlife or civilian aircraft. The footage remains unexplained and has fueled debate about whether the encounter involved advanced technology or an unidentified atmospheric phenomenon. During a routine flight from Brisbane to Melbourne, passenger Christine Emanuel, age 22, recorded a remarkable sight outside her window. About 45 minutes after takeoff, while the aircraft cruised at roughly 3,000 feet, she noticed a dark, sharply defined object hovering near the wing. At first, Emanuel thought it was a cloud, yet its straight edges and opaque surface made that explanation seem unlikely. She briefly tried to wake her partner, who was resting at the time, but he did not witness the event. According to Emanuel, the object remained visible for nearly 5 minutes before quietly fading from view, long enough for her to capture detailed footage. The video drew attention for showing a solid black form at high altitude, where most aircraft appear in lighter colors for visibility and thermal balance. Aviation observers have described such an occurrence as uncommon, particularly at cruising height under strict air traffic management. Some viewers proposed it could have been a shadow or atmospheric phenomenon, though Emanuel maintained that the object's distinct shape and steady motion set it apart. The airline has not issued an official comment, and no independent verification has yet been reported. A worker in Titusville, Florida, recorded a glowing object moving across the evening sky near Space Coast Regional Airport around 6:30 p.m. The round, flat disk glided silently and appeared to emit its own steady light. In his video description, the witness said he had seen the same phenomenon twice before at nearly the same hour and location, but only managed to film it this time. The repeated nature of these sightings gives the report an uncommon consistency. Observing the same object at regular intervals could indicate either a scheduled human activity or a patterned phenomenon exhibiting intelligent control. Because the area is close to Florida's aerospace testing and launch sites, some viewers suggested a technological link. Yet the disk's self-illumination and smooth flight did not match any known experimental aircraft, making this an unusual and ongoing case that continues to draw curiosity. In April 2017, a passenger traveling on a flight from Spain to Germany noticed something unusual outside her window. She saw a disc-shaped object hovering in the sky at cruising altitude. Surprised, she began recording immediately. The object appeared to move smoothly and deliberately, gliding away from the aircraft before disappearing into the distance. The witness later explained that she was startled because no ordinary object could remain suspended at such an altitude without visible propulsion. Her quick thinking and logical observations add credibility to her account. The controlled fluid motion she described suggests intentional flight rather than drifting debris or a weather-related occurrence. While the disc shape is a classic hallmark of UFO reports, its recurrence across different cultures and decades continues to intrigue researchers. While flying over London, a passenger recorded a disc-shaped object with lights on either side hovering above the clouds, drawing wide attention from UFO researchers and social media users. The sighting stood out because it occurred in one of the world's most tightly controlled airspaces, where radar monitoring and strict flight regulations make unidentified objects difficult to dismiss. Observers were divided. Some found the footage convincing due to the object's steady motion and symmetrical lighting, while others proposed digital editing, optical effects, or weather phenomena. None of those explanations, however, fully matched its structure or illumination. The area's proximity to defense and aerospace facilities also prompted speculation about advanced experimental aircraft. This event joins earlier UFO reports in North London, deepening public debate about unidentified aerial phenomena and the need for systematic investigation. Do you believe the disc-shaped object seen above London was an actual unidentified flying object rather than a digitally altered or natural phenomena? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and follow the channel to discover more interesting things. In 2016, a woman driving through Western England noticed something unusual in the sky. A large, silent, triangular object moving steadily above the countryside. It produced no sound at all, an unsettling detail, since man-made aircraft typically have engines, rotors, or visible wings. Unlike conventional planes, this craft appeared to be a solid triangle, with no cockpit or recognizable structure. After following it for nearly 20 minutes, she became uneasy and turned onto another road to get away. The complete absence of sound remains one of the most striking features of this sighting. All known aircraft generate noise from propulsion systems or air displacement, so such silence could suggest either advanced propulsion or flight at an unusually high altitude. Yet the witness's clear view of the object indicates it was relatively close. The triangular design without standard aerodynamic components challenges our current understanding of aircraft design and propulsion. The experience left a strong psychological impression on the witness, prompting her to alter her route after nearly 20 minutes of observation. Flight attendant Denisa Tanase, 36, employed by Wizz Air, reported an unusual sighting during a flight from Luton, England, to Szymany, Poland. While working on board, she filmed what first seemed like a window reflection, but, about 20 minutes later, noticed a circular pink flashing object moving independently outside the aircraft. Tanase, who had been in aviation for a year, said she had never seen anything similar. There was no turbulence, and neither she nor the captain observed the object directly. When she showed the video to the pilot, the crew was puzzled. The footage revealed a glowing pink disc, whose movement didn't match reflections or standard aircraft lights. Skeptics proposed it might have been light from her uniform, but she disagreed, noting its clear motion across the sky. A resident of Corby, Northamptonshire, Tanase said the incident changed her view of extraterrestrial life. The airline has issued no statement, and the sighting remains unverified. An airline passenger reported observing a shape-shifting flying object that traveled alongside his aircraft for about 7 minutes, allowing a clear view of its behavior. The white glowing object maintained pace with the plane, estimated to be flying between 10,000 and 30,000 feet at roughly 500 miles per hour. Witnesses said the object shifted from an aircraft-like form to a Y shape, displaying deliberate, controlled movement rather than random distortion. Some researchers of unexplained aerial phenomena speculated it could represent a plasma-based life form rather than a mechanical craft. The footage, posted on a UFO forum, sparked debate. Skeptics suggested it was a water droplet or light refraction, though such explanations don't account for the sustained observation or the object's synchronized motion with the jet. The event remains unexplained, continuing to inspire discussion about biological or advanced technological origins. Following NASA's 2022 announcement about studying unidentified anomalous phenomena, public interest in aerial sightings has grown sharply. Among the most discussed historical cases is Spain's Manises UFO incident of November 11th. During that flight, a TAE Super Caravelle carrying 109 passengers was forced to make an emergency landing after the crew observed red lights tracking the aircraft near Ibiza and continuing as it descended toward Valencia's Manises airport. The pilots carried out evasive maneuvers, and Spanish Air Force Mirage F-1 jets were scrambled, though the objects vanished shortly after appearing on radar. Claims about a prism-shaped alien craft with 150 witnesses lack credible evidence, yet the verified encounter remains one of Spain's most studied aviation mysteries. The trained crew's testimony, the object's anomalous flight behavior, and the military response have kept the case central to discussions of European UAP history. Pyramids have long inspired mystery, but what appeared above one in Egypt was even more puzzling. In 2012, a tourist reportedly filmed a bright object hovering above the Great Pyramid of Giza, emitting a focused beam of light directed onto the pyramid's apex. The video showed no people on the structure, suggesting the light targeted the monument itself rather than any individual. The location of this sighting adds particular intrigue, as Egypt's pyramids have been linked to speculative theories of ancient extraterrestrial contact for decades. The precision of the light beam implied deliberate control, resembling advanced technology capable of accurate energy projection. While skeptics regard the footage as likely digitally altered, it continues to spark discussion about possible links between modern unidentified aerial phenomena and ancient human architecture. Whether authentic or not, the video revived public fascination with the idea of extraterrestrial interest in Earth's oldest monuments. These 20 cases represent some of the most compelling visual evidence of unidentified flying objects ever captured. As technology continues to advance, and more people carry high-quality cameras, we can expect even more detailed documentation of these mysterious encounters. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to us. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment, like to show your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.